we caught up in like choosing ourselves right now. And it's like nobody really wants to. But the world kind of forces you to. You choose yourself because you feel like there's something to obtain from doing that. Like you gotta go build yourself up. You gotta get more money. You gotta reach another status. Like, but is that process really gonna make you happy? What you gotta go through, what you gotta lose to gain that? Like, analyze what you have now. And I ain't saying like we ain't supposed to grow. We're supposed to grow, but like
well, I'm hearing you speaking on kind of like why we gotta choose ourselves. Just keep it like academic. How do we choose ourselves? Just in your perspective, bro.
How do we choose? Yeah, how do we choose ourselves? So it ain't. I mean,
it's a hard question to answer.
Yeah.
It's a hard question to answer. Like, how do you choose yourself?
Like, how do you genuinely choose yourself? To where you ain't doing it out of like disregard. You ain't doing it out of like saying like, I don't care what nobody think about me. I don't care what nobody got to say about me. How anybody feel. Cause it just seems like it comes from like an ill will source. You know, like feeling like you gotta boss up on someone.
I would say an example of choosing yourself looks like identifying the enemy, identifying like the flaws within yourself. So once you recognize the flaws within yourself, then you can like notice like people around you that trigger those flaws and those things you don't like in yourself. And then a way you could choose yourself is by cutting cords with people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like friends, family.
That's what we going through right now.
Yeah. Everybody is. That's how we started to talk. Everybody going through that phase of first having to recognize who self is. You know, everybody got to get in tune with who they are, like on every level. Like, it's so crazy. We meet so many people in this life, and we do so much, and we do so much externally. Like, go to the store every day. You know, we go to work every day. But how often do we go to ourselves? You feel me? Like, we do everything to ensure that we're an upstanding citizen. But as a citizen, are we upstanding? We gotta ask ourselves that. That's an individual.
How do we go to ourselves, bro? What is that? Because yourself could be toxic. Like I said, bro, I smoke a lot.
And so you gotta meet that energy. So if you know you go into yourself and a part of yourself is toxic, that part of yourself may be toxic, then you can't approach that gently. Like, you can't approach that like gentle and trying to like, you know, gradually move that out of your life. Like, nah, you gotta attack that. Like, you gotta go to that with swords and knives. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
But I don't think that's toxic. I'm just using that like that's just
facts.
You know.
Facts.
Like, I choose to focus on a lot of negative thoughts. Cause they don't leave my mind. Positive thoughts come and go all day. It's an abundance of them. The negative thoughts don't even be a lot of them. They just hold a lot of weight. It'll be like 2-3 negative thoughts that really hit you throughout the day. Only 2 or 3 fucked up things really happen today. You know what I'm saying? And about a dozen wonderful things happen, but you ain't even realize them.
Talk about that this weekend. I was like, you know, speaking about like making sure you're taking days to rest, like rest your mind and rest your spirit and rest your body, because we don't appreciate like even just waking up. Like it takes so much for the human body to arise in the morning, and we just do it. Like we take for granted we got 2 eyes, 10 fingers, and 10 toes, bro. 2 legs. You know, we take small stuff like that for granted. So it's important. Like it's important to make sure you're working hard, but you gotta rest hard too. You know? And that's how you choose self. I think that was the answer to the question.
How do you choose self? You gotta rest.
You got to.
Choosing self is resting. Health. Choosing healthy. Choosing resting.
Choosing what's best for you. That's how you choose what's best. What suits you biologically, honestly. Because the choices we make affect us.
Yeah. A lot of times you think we know what's best for ourselves. We still be wrong. God be laughing at us.
Yeah.
Not quite. Almost. You're on the right track. Not quite. So God be saying to us. And we almost thought we had it right. Still missing this, Sean. Still missing that. But you getting there. Type shit. Yeah, I shouldn't have did that with that necklace. But